Let's cut across to our panelists this evening. Sanjay Jha, political analyst; Sanjeev Unyal, political analyst; Raj Punj, Shiv Sena leader; Clyde Crasto, spokesperson NCP; Sanjay Hegde, senior advocate; Rajdeep Sardesai, consulting editor. Mr. Sardesai joins us on his holiday. Rajdeep, let me begin with you. We are waiting for Mr. PDT Achari to join us. But what do you see now happening, especially where Uddhav Thackeray is concerned? You know, yesterday morning, Sanjay Raut says, "Agar satta chhodni hai, satta chhodenge, party sabse badi hai." This evening, he says that they are ready to leave the Mahavikas Aghadi if the rebels come back and tell them to do so.
No, look, I think you must take the statements of Sanjay Raut on this issue with a bucket full of salt. They are part of the game of political brinkmanship, a game of cat and mouse that is now being played. The Thackeray camp wants these MLAs to return to Mumbai because they believe that their best hope in a way breaking this rebellion is only when they meet these MLAs face to face, confront them possibly with the rank and file and with possibly the power that the Sena still wields in parts of Mumbai, which is why he is making it very clear we are ready to leave the MVA provided you first come to Mumbai and speak to us. On the other hand, Eknath Shinde's camp believes they have the momentum with them, so therefore they are daring Uddhav Thackeray to first quit the MVA and then they are ready for a discussion. Look, all of this is shadow boxing. At the end of the day, please understand a couple of things. One, the numbers, Preeti, are clearly with the Eknath Shinde camp. If anything, they have swelled over the last 24 hours. So the emotional appeal of Uddhav Thackeray has not worked as of now. Number two, please appreciate that while all these videos are coming from Guwahati, the real puppeteer, the choreographer of this is in Mumbai in Devendra Fadnavis and few of his aides. They are the directors.
Rajdeep, Devendra Fadnavis now clearly smelling victory is in Delhi this evening.
That's right. They are the ones. But so far, remember, he has not spoken a word because he does not want a repeat of November 2019 when in his haste he went and tied up with Ajit Pawar and the government lasted for a week. Now Devendra Fadnavis has been playing this very carefully, step by step. Some of his key aides are there in Guwahati managing this operation. Eknath Shinde is the face of the rebellion. But the strings are being pulled by the BJP. And I can tell you that within the Shiv Sena, there are 2 or 3 clear camps. About 15 MLAs, 15 are with Uddhav Thackeray as of now, mainly from Mumbai. There are another 15 firmly with Eknath Shinde, I would say up to 20 now. And there are a balanced 20 who include people who are close to Uddhav but also have cases against them. The likes of Pratap Sarnaik or Gulab Rao Patil, what are they worried about? The ED will come knocking on their door. The fear of the ED is also there. The fear also in some rural Shiv Sena MLAs that in the next election, how will they be able to fight with this MVA alliance when their primary opponent in their area, especially in Western Maharashtra, is the NCP? So there are practical realities. So given this picture, Preeti, Eknath Shinde has the momentum. Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar in a way have only one thing going for them. They are still in power in Maharashtra. The deputy speaker is of the NCP. He can possibly disqualify some of those rebels. He can perhaps delay taking the floor test, although my information is that the governor will step in and ask for a floor test to be taken within a week once the BJP and the Shinde camp come out in the open and claim that the Uddhav Thackeray government has lost majority. So I think what you are seeing at the moment is just edging towards the final climax. Unless there is some last minute twist, Preeti, I don't really see at the moment Uddhav Thackeray's government surviving.
You know, Rajdeep, stay on with us. I'm going to quickly take Clyde Crasto. He has to leave by 9:30. Mr. Crasto, the fact is, we heard Sharad Pawar a short while back. He says they're ready to go in for a floor test where the Mahavikas Aghadi is concerned. But don't you think that Eknath Shinde, with the support of the BJP, is going to push for that floor test before you?
Well, so be it. Fair enough. That's what we are talking about. We are talking about the floor test. If they have the numbers, they can go ahead and prove it. That's what we are waiting for, because see, what we've been seeing in the last couple of days is numbers being thrown up. Some days he's claiming he's got the numbers, some days he's saying that, I'm going to get the numbers, and now he says 47, 30, whatever, the numbers keep going. So the fact is, at the end of the day, like we've all been talking about this, you have to prove it on the floor of the House of the Assembly. So why don't they come ahead and prove it? And then we have to go by what the Constitution says, that whoever is in majority can form the government, whoever does not have the majority loses. So let's go for it. Let's do it that way. We cannot keep talking and playing mind games like this. If they have the numbers, so be it.
So you doubt, Mr. Crasto, like Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who joined us a short while back, that it's a peculiar case because if Eknath Shinde had the numbers, he would have gone in for the kill already.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the point. That's the point. If he had the numbers and if he's flaunting those pictures and images and everything, see what Mr. Thackeray also said yesterday was, if you want me to resign, come here, talk to me, tell me and take my letter. Today, Sanjay Rautji also said, come to Bombay, sit face to face, talk to me. Talk to us, and if we think that it's worthy of us leaving the government, we will do it. But the fact of the matter is, they're not doing so. You have to remember one thing very important here, Preeti, that Eknath Shinde is not just any other MLA or a minister of the Shiv Sena. He was someone who was in close proximity of the chief minister. He is a very senior leader of the Shiv Sena. And if he's going to complain about whatever was happening, he should have sat with Mr. Thackeray and sorted this problem out, because he has been the man Friday for a lot of things. He has gone and solved a lot of issues. So if that was the case, and if the other MLAs were talking to him and telling him they have a problem, it was his moral duty and duty as a party leader to say it and speak to the chief minister. Why did he not do so? So there are a lot of things that we can talk about. But the fact is, if he has the numbers, he should prove it, and only then can we talk further.